Welcome to C# tutorial of Mouselook. So the whole idea of this tutorial is when you pan your mouse around, you'll be able to move around just like you are using first-person shooter. In fact, the whole project was developed using C# code. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take you guys straight into C# development environment, and we'll put one of these together with the aid of Unity editor. So let's do that now, guys. Hi and welcome to Unity tutorial. I'm going to start by clicking on the new and let's select 3D, and in here I'm just going to name it Freelook. Freelook is what is also referred to as Mouselook. Okay, now that the development environment is ready, just what I want to do first of all is I'm going to right click up here and let's select create empty game object, and this very empty game object I'm going to change the name to player. There we go. And the next thing that I'm going to do is, you see the main camera, I'm going to drag it and just drop it inside the player. As you can see, it's right inside the player. And I will also select the main camera. Let's change the name to head. There, that is fine. Now the next thing that I want to do is I'm going to come to the project area here, right click, and let's select create script, and this very script I'm going to call it Mouselook. There we go. Now select your script and let's get it opened. Click on open on the inspector. There we go. It's now coming up. Okay, I'm going to start by entering up here a serialized variable. So let's say serialized field, and it's going to be float. Let's say the variable name is going to be turn speed, and I'm going to make that turn speed 90f and enter semicolon there. Okay, so just for your information, if you want a variable to appear in the inspector but don't want it to be accessible to other scripts, you can just use what is known as serialized variable. Okay, that's the whole idea. So I'm going to copy this because I'll be declaring another one. So just paste it right down there, and I'm going to call this very one, let's call it head up. So we come in there, just change that to head up angle limit. There we go. And I'm going to change the angle limit to about 85. So that is just to tell the system the rate of turn of the head and the maximum angle that the head can turn. So I'm going to create another one, so I'm going to call it lower head limit. So let's grab all of this, head lower angle limit. Okay, so let's come down here, grab this and just dump it there, and just change this to lower. And in the case of lower, I'm going to make that approximately -80. There we go. Alright, so I'm going to create a yaw, and that is going to be 0f. Let's create a pitch as well, and that is going to be 0f as well. Okay, that takes care of our current location from the start in degree. Okay, so now the next thing I want to do now is I'm going to create something that will store the orientation of the head and body when the game moves around. Okay, let's say quaternium, and that is going to be, let's say, body start orientation. I'm going to orientation. There we go. Okay, how the head moved, the body moved, that's what I'm just taking care of now. That's going to be the storage. So the next one is going to be the head start orientation. Change that to head. So with this, we will actually derive a new orientation by combining those with the yaw and pitch. Alright, so the next thing now is I'm now going to create a reference to the head object to rotate up and down. Now let's come down here. I'm going to say transform head. There we go. And when the game starts, I'd like it to just perform initial setup. So let's come into the void start. Inside the void start, what I'm going to do is I'm going to say head equals get components and that will be in children, then that's going to be the camera, enter parentheses dot transform. There. Now to catch the orientation of the body and the head, I'm going to copy this, grab that, come right down here and just enter that in here, and I'm going to then say transform dot local rotation, and I'll repeat the same thing for the head. Grab the head, come down here, paste that in there, and that's going to be head dot transform local rotation. So let's grab all of this, paste that in there. And while all the transformation is taking place, what will happen is you see the system or the game just moving around just like first person. I will also like the cursor, I would like that to be hidden. So let's say cursor dot lock. So I don't want it to be seen while all of that is happening. So the state of it is going to be equals cursor lockable, and that's it. Cursor dot lock. Let's change this. Cursor dot lock state equals cursor lock mode dot lock. So I'm going to then say cursor dot visible equals false. Paste that in there. Dot visible, that'll be equals false. There, I'll take care of the cursor. You won't be able to see the cursor in that case. So at the end of the day, I'll lock the cursor in place and it's not going to be visible. So lock and hide the cursor. Now the next thing we want to do, every time the physics updates, we actually want it to update our movement. Okay, so in this case I'm going to use fix update to keep pace with the physical simulation object or physical simulated object. So in here I'm just going to enter fixed update. With the fixed update entered, so what we want is, let's first of all declare some variable. So here I'm going to say var horizontal. In this case, what I just want it to do is to read the current horizontal movement, okay, and scale it on its base. So let's get rid of this. So horizontal, that will be equals input dot get axis. Input dot get axis, and that will be for the x-axis. All right, and I'm going to then multiply that by time dot delta. Delta time, and then multiply it by the turn speed that was declared up there. There we go. That takes care of the x-axis. Now let's repeat the same thing for the y-axis. So I'm going to copy all of this, come right down here, paste, and I'm going to change this one to vertical. So come in here and just enter vertical there, and here I'm going to change this one to y-axis. There. This variable that you guys are looking at, they're actually inbuilt into Unity. So now let's say in that case the year, that will be plus equals horizontal. This very one, grab that, paste that here. In the case of the pitch, plus equals vertical. There. All right, let's be consistent. I'm going to use lowercase here as well. Lowercase and lowercase here. There. All right, that is fine. That takes care of that. Now we've updated your and pitch. So let's come down here. Here now we want to clamp the pitch so that we cannot look directly up and down. So to do that, we're going to say pitch, that will be equals math f dot clamp, and in what direction, that will be the pitch, comma, the head lower angle, head lower angle, yeah, that is correct, comma, head upper angle, taken care of. That's fine. Next, let's compute the rotation of the body by rotating around the y-axis. So I'm going to say var, that would be body rotation equals quaternion dot angle axis, and that's the first one would be for the yaw, comma, vector 3 dot up, vector 3 dot up, and the next one will be for the head. So I'm going to copy this, grab that, paste it right underneath here, and change the variable name to head, and that will be page, this very one here. Y, this will be to the right, this should be lowercase. There we go. Now we're going to create a rotation of the body by combining the head and the body. Okay, so create a rotation of the body and head by combining them. So let's come down here and just say transform dot local rotation, local rotate. There we go, that's it there. Copy that, paste it here. Dot local rotation, that will be equals body rotation, and let's multiply that by body start orientation. Body start orientation right here. Grab that, come back in here, paste, and semicolon. So we also need to repeat the same thing for the head. So I'm going to come down here and just say head. That will be dot local rotation equals body rotation multiplied by head starts. And we have head starts there. Grab that, head start rotation. Just dump it there. There we go. And that should create rotation of the body and head by combining them with the start rotations. I'm going to save that. And let's go back to our Unity editor here. There. And there seems not to be any error, so I'm going to drag this and dump it right on top of the player. There we go. And that's all. So if I click on run, we should be able to control the system using our mouse. You see that? You guys might not be able to see it properly. So what I'm going to do is I'm controlling the system with the mouse now. So what I am going to do, I'm going to, let's go into Windows Package Manager, and I'm going to search for Allsky free in there. So let's go into my own asset, and let's look for Allsky free. There we go. And I'm going to import it straight into my system. Click on import again there. Okay guys, I now have my Allsky free on board, so I'm going to click on it and let's go into the night one, I think right there. Yeah, right there. Double click on that, and that is it. Or you can just go straight into Windows and let's select rendering. I'm going to click on environment, then click on Allsky box material, click on the small icon there, and that is the cool night. Okay, I'm going to settle for this. That is fine. There we go. So if I run it, this is what that will be very, very obvious. Look at it. Look at me moving my mouse now. Look at that, guys. That is me moving the mouse. Okay. So let's stop it for a little while. Let's stop it right there. Okay, I'm going to just make it more interesting by adding a bit of landscape to it. Let's come back to Allsky free here, Allsky demo, and I'm going to grab, let's see which one is that. Yeah, I'm going to grab this one, and I'm going to position it properly. Let's move it down, select it. Let's just push it down a little bit, something like that, and run it and see. Click on run. Look at that, guys. Look at that. Alright, so that is how you use the mouse look, or you can also call it Freelook actually. Okay, let's change the material around a little bit just to make it look a little bit more interesting. So I'm going to select that very background that I've entered, or landscape, come in here. Okay, and I'm going to search for Let's go for something to do with landscape in the material. I'm going to grab hold of that. And the next one, I'm going to go for something rocky. Let's come down here and look for rock. Okay, and the third one, let's go for something sky. Alright, that is fine. And green, flat green, yeah. Then followed by something gold. Where is it? Okay, and then let's go for blue. That is Allsky demo environment blue. Let's see, blue. Yeah, it's changing gradually. And the next one after the blue, I'm gonna go for red. Should I change for red? Red will appear somewhere there. Alright, and trunk. It's tree trunk. Yeah, I've got that. Then this will be the leaf, tree leaf. There we go, they've all changed to tree leaves. And finally, building. Let's look for building. There. That is how it all looks now. Let's run it and see. Okay, look at how it's looking, very colorful. The main purpose of the project is just to work on Mouselook or Freelook. Now let's change this background. I'm going to change this very background. I don't seem to like it. I'm going to come in here and let's just make it dark a little bit. I'm going to grab all of that. Okay, that's fine. There we go, guys. And that is how you create your own Mouselook using C#. With that, guys, I'm going to call it the end of this tutorial. I suppose you guys enjoy it. You all have a nice day now, and bye for now.